Our next inductee was an All-American lacrosse player that still holds the single-season record for points in a season and led the Dutchman to 4 straight playoff appearances. This is actually a special one for me because Nate was a classmate of mine, and I had the opportunity to see him play on many, many occasions. My work-study job, one of them that I had during the spring season, was keeping the time for the lacrosse team. So I got to witness every home game and see what Nate did on a daily basis. And he's an individual that could single-handedly change a game. If the team needed a goal, the team needed something done, the team turned to Nate. And the greatest thing about that is everybody in our team knew where it was going, and everybody on their team knew where it was going. But he still had the ability, the talent, and the wherewithal to get the job done and never let anybody down. I talked to your former head coach, Chuck Fury, earlier this week, who sends his regards, and he wanted me to share a few words with you about what you meant to him. Nate was an incredible individual. He was a gym rat. He was a kid who loved the sport of lacrosse. In my opinion, he was a self-made success story. The practice time he utilized in the off-season was unmatched by a lot of players I dealt with. I was an assistant football coach serving as the head lacrosse coach, so the reality is I appreciated that part of him. The leadership he showed during his tenure made the players around him more successful, and I want to share my heartfelt congratulations, and you are very deserving of this honor. So let's learn more about Nate Fitch and his wonderful career.
Nathan Fitch, class of 1993, lacrosse. Nathan Fitch was a USILA Honorable Mention All-American in 1993, capping a memorable and remarkable career for Dutchman lacrosse. He also was the Jaffe Award winner, presented to the Senior Male Athlete of the Year. He earned all district honors and was a first-team league performer in his junior and senior seasons. Fitch was Union's all-time leading scorer with 239 points, including 163 goals and 76 assists. His 77 points and 55 goals set single-season records in 1992. Fitch now ranks second in career assist at the time of his induction. Union made the ECAC playoffs in each of his 4 years, and he was the ECAC Most Valuable Player in his senior year, while also earning ECAC All-Star honors in both his sophomore and junior seasons. Nathan Fitch, welcome to the Union College Athletics Hall of Fame.
Thank you all very much. Tremendous honor. Congratulations to all the other inductees and the teams. Preparing for this was a difficult task. So many memories coming back, things that seemed like yesterday, things that seemed like forever ago. But I decided to focus on thanking people, which seemed like a logical thing. Very honored and I think the folks I'm going to thank are most responsible for me being here today. And being here today, I consider myself very fortunate. I got a great Union College experience, both off the field, most importantly, but on the field. And I wouldn't be the person I am today or where I am today if I didn't make the choice to come here. And I loved all my time here and truly, truly feel fortunate to have gone here. First people I want to thank are my parents. Endless hours over the years of different sports and things and modeling a lot of hard work and dedication that I think helped me become who I am today. And all the sacrifices they made to allow me to come here and support my athletics. Always available for catches and always available to help me in any way possible. So thank you, Mom and Dad. Part of preparing for this speech and this night, I thought about the first time I ever caught a lacrosse ball. And I didn't start out a lacrosse player, but as I got older, I got curious, and I'm part Native American, so it seemed like something that I needed to try. I talked to my father about this, and he had mentioned that his cousin, Herb, had been a great player for Hobart and is in the National Hall of Fame. And he might have gotten a stick from him at one point, and it might be in our grandparents' attic, or my grandparents' attic. And next time we go, we got to check it out. So we did. I held him to it, and we went up in the attic, and that was an adventure in itself. And we found the stick, and I was really excited. Old wooden stick, and there were plastic sticks when I did start playing. But this one was wooden. And we went out in the yard, and my dad had his ball glove, which was common because he didn't play growing up. And the first throw, the very first throw, my very first lacrosse catch, put it in quotes, went through this aged wooden stick that was up in the attic and hit me square in the eye. And I had a black eye, bad one. And the next day I had an appointment at my mom's office, and everybody was curious what happened, and there was all this story, and I just realized I was very proud that I tried something to me that was very difficult and that was very challenging, and this was kind of my show that it was a challenge for me and that I wanted to continue on and never have that happen again. Although flash forward 20 years, I had a similar black eye this year when I played, but different reasons for that, so I guess it's just part of the game. The second group of folks I'd like to thank are my teammates. Several are here today. I know several are watching, hopefully out there and on the live feed. But I just remember coming to Union College as a 17-year-old freshman, very uncertain about my place here, if I belonged here, if I could play lacrosse here, all kinds of thoughts that I think any 17-year-old would have thrust into this new environment. And within a couple hours, I was out on West Beach, and that's in front of the West Dorm, for those of you who may not know, and having catch with two of the guys who are here tonight and one other who's not. And it's just funny to think within a couple hours of being here, I had met these incredible people who supported me through and through and are great friends to this day and really helped that transition for me as a 17-year-old coming into Union College to feel comfortable and have friends there for all the things that friends can do. So thank you guys. I appreciate that. The third group I'd like to thank are the coaches that I had along the way. Coach Priori and Coach Morris and Coach Brown were all very helpful to me and supportive to me, particularly Coach Priori, and I'm really glad, Jim, that he was, I know he couldn't make it because he had a game today, but really glad that he said something and that meant a lot to me. He recruited me and was a very interesting fellow, to say the least, and I loved him to death, and he and I really, I think he affected me in many ways and motivated me in many ways. And to this day, I still, and I've coached for a while, but I still have in my head the speech is, we'll call it the cup overfloweth speech, which we only heard once, but maybe he's used it since or before, but that we had before the Middlebury game, my freshman year, and just his passion and his way of kind of putting perspective on things and motivating us was something that I tried to emulate, but I definitely never reached, but he set a high standard for that, and I really appreciated all his efforts and energy that he dedicated towards lacrosse. And so that was kind of a special moment for me. And all the coaches here were very supportive of me and our team, and we were lucky that we had those great coaches to help us out along the way. Fourth, and not last but not least, my family. I owe a lot to the game of lacrosse. I think it helped me settle in here. It got me abroad. It got me employment for a while. It was a career, and it's given me lots of great things, but the best gift was my wife, who I met through mutual lacrosse friends. And so thank you, Trista, I love you. And I'm hoping to give back now with my son and daughter, who I'm coaching now in U7 up in New Hampshire. And I promised that I would include their quote in this speech, which they said that lacrosse is the best game ever, and everybody should play. So I figured I did a pretty good job in the spring, if that's what they're coming out of, but that's probably the most important job I'll ever have, is being their father and hopefully helping them do whatever it is they want to do, like my parents did for me. So once again, thanks so much for bestowing this honor on me. I'm truly fortunate and thankful for this. And congratulations again to everybody else, and have a great evening, everybody, and thanks again.